Thank you for choosing RDI's LED lighting products from the RDI crossover family. Our LED lighting products add the perfect ambiance and finishing touch to any installation and are quick and easy to install. Choose from a variety of options and styles for your own unique design. This video will first take you through installing your RDI transformer, power setup, and wire harness. Then we'll demonstrate installing our LED post cap, side light, dome light, flush mount light, and under rail lighting. Before we begin the installation, here are a few notes to consider. Follow all national and local building codes for requirements. Failure to install in accordance with codes may affect safety of the product and void warranty. The transformer must be plugged into a GFCI outlet. Do not cut, pierce, or crush wires. Do not use extension cords. Do not use within 10 feet of ponds, pools, spas, or near heat sources. The transformer is a 50-watt transformer. In some installations, more than one transformer may be required. For detailed instructions on using your transformer, including Bluetooth pairing, functions, and remote control, please refer to the printed instructions included with the transformer. First, let's set up the transformer. Use 4 stainless steel screws, not included, to mount the transformer a minimum of 12 inches above ground level and within reach of a 120-volt AC GFCI outlet. The transformer can be mounted under the deck, but make sure the control panel is accessible in case you want to change the settings later. Next, plug the transformer into the GFCI outlet. Use a stainless steel screw, not included, to mount the photocell in a location that can sense dusk and dawn conditions. Place the T-connector to the location of the first light or a central location if lights will be located in multiple directions. Loosely secure the T-connector using 2 number 4 by 1 inch zinc-plated or stainless steel screws, not included. Keep in mind that all 3 of the output connectors on the T-connector are active and will supply equal power to the entire system. Any unused T-connector terminals or splitters in the system must be sealed using the attached cap. The transformer includes an optional closed-loop connector recommended at the end of your installation. This connects the main wiring back into the transformer to reduce the voltage drop across the system. Since it is a component of the transformer and installation is the same for all LED fixtures, we'll demonstrate it now. Plug a 2-way splitter onto the last light fixture of your installation. Plug an extension harness into the 2-way splitter also. Run enough extension harnesses end-to-end to reach back to the T-connector of the transformer. Use the closed-loop connector to make the connection between the extension harness and the T-connector. Now, we'll show you how to supply power to your first post. We'll be using a structural post. If you're using 4x4 wood posts with a sleeve, first cut your posts accordingly. Right next to your mounted 4x4 inch beneath the deck surface, drill a 3/4 inch diameter hole through the deck board. If you are using a structural post with a sleeve, drill a 1/2 inch hole through the backboard and framing using the base plate as a guide at the first post closest to the transformer. Connect the female end of the wire harness to the T-connector and using a string or wire fish, run the wire harness up the post or post sleeve with the male connector exiting at the top of the post. Next, we'll show you the wire harness which extends power from the transformer to the lights or splitter and the 2-way and 5-way splitters which are used to evenly distribute power. If needed, wire harnesses plug into each other to extend length. Harnesses can be run underneath the deck or inside the post or railing, hidden from view. Your underdeck wiring should look something like our illustration. Then, plug the male connector from the harness into the female input connector of the splitter. Plug the female connectors from a harness or a light into one of the male output connectors. Add an end cap to any unused output connectors. If desired, you can secure your 5-way splitter with number 2 stainless steel screws not included. Now, let's install an RDI LED post cap. Plug the male connector of your wire harness into your light's female connector and press firmly. Ensure all excess wiring is concealed inside the post. For vinyl post caps, a reflector plate is included. Place this cap on the top of the wooden 4x4-inch or structural post to deflect the light upward. If you haven't done it already, plug the harness connector at the post base into the transformer and turn it on to make sure the light is illuminated. You may choose to apply a bead of clear exterior silicone caulking, not included, to secure the post cap light onto the post or posts. Next, we'll install an LED side light. Secure the template included in the printed instructions to your post at your desired location and pre-drill 2 1/16" holes for screws and 1/2" hole for the wire. Remove the template. Use the harness, previously installed, with the male connector hanging out of the 1/2" hole, or you can feed the female connector from the light up through the hole. Plug the male connector of your harness into your light's female connector and press firmly. Turn on the transformer and make sure your light is illuminated. Push the wire and connection back through the 1/2" hole until the back of the lens is flush with the post. Use the 2 included stainless steel screws to mount the lens to the post. Then align and snap the cover of your choice onto the lens. To install the LED dome light, cut out the template included in the printed instructions and place it at your desired location. Pre-drill 2 1/16" holes for screws and 1/2" hole for the wire. Use the installed harness from earlier with the male connector hanging out of the 1/2" hole that you just drilled. Plug the male connector into the light's female connector and press firmly. Turn on the transformer and make sure your light is illuminated. Twist to separate the dome from the lens back. Push the wire and lens connection through the 1/2" hole until the back plate is flush with the post. Align the pre-drilled holes and use the 2 included stainless steel screws to mount the back plate to the post. Place the dome over the backplate. Make sure it is flush with the post and twist clockwise until it locks into place. Lay out the location for your lights. Do not install within 1/2" of the edge of the light and deck board. Use a 1-inch diameter Forstner bit to bore a flat bottom hole 0.7 inch deep into the deck board, being extremely careful not to drill completely through. Next, drill a 1/2" diameter hole completely through the center of the hole. Place the connector and light wiring through the hole and insert the light so that the top of the light sits just below the surface of the deck board. If the light is too high, check for debris and bore the hole slightly deeper. If the light sits too low, place a small amount of clear exterior silicone caulk in the bottom of the hole and reinsert the light. Underneath the deck, plug the male connector of the harness into the light's female connector and press firmly. Turn on the transformer and make sure your light is illuminated. Before we demonstrate installing our LED under rail lighting, first note that you can install your lighting directly onto the underside of your top rail or by using the PVC under rail light channel sold separately. Also, we recommend installing the lighting before completing your railing install, since you will need to drill through the tops of your posts. Pencil a mark on your posts where the under rail light strip will connect to the previously installed harness that is running up and out of the top of the post sleeve. Drill a 1/2" hole in the post. If your top rail has visible brackets, make a mark on the underside of the top rail where the bracket is located, then drill a half-inch hole through the top rail, moving the brackets aside if necessary. Please note that if you're using our Avalon aluminum rail, you'll need to modify the top rail end cap to avoid your wires from being crushed when installing the top rail cover. Measure the length along the top rail where the under rail lighting strip will run. If you're using the under rail light channel, subtract 1/4 inch and cut the channel to this length using a fine-tooth saw. Then, cut your under rail light strip to the required length, keeping in mind that the strip can only be cut every 2 inches on the copper segments along the light strip. For the under rail light channel, use the supplied alcohol pads and clean the underside of your rail and both surfaces of the light channel. Remove the adhesive backing on one side of adhesive strip and apply it to the back of the under rail light channel. Remove the adhesive backing on the PVC channel and place it onto the underside of your top rail. Start at the end with the hole and keep a small gap for the strip to run from the post to the light channel. Push firmly on the channel to securely attach it to the rail. Carefully thread the cut end of the light strip through the hole in the top rail. Be extremely careful to avoid any sharp angles and prevent any kinks. Then carefully thread the female end of the light strip through the hole in the post. Using a previously installed wire harness, plug the male connector into the female connector attached to the under rail light strip. Attach your brackets to the post and connect your top rail to the brackets. Press the under rail light strip into the channel gently as not to damage the LEDs. You might find it easier to fold a cloth or the used alcohol pad over the tip of a flathead screwdriver to help press the light strip into the channel. If you're attaching the light strip directly to your top rail, remove the adhesive strip from the light strip and firmly press the light strip to the underside of the top rail. When you reach the post where the harness is connected to the under rail light strip, any excess wiring can be gently pushed back into the hole. Complete your installation by adding a dab of silicone caulk to the cut end of the light strip to protect the exposed circuit. And that's the end of our video. Be sure to visit us on the web at www.rdirail.com to see other exciting crossover products to add that perfect finishing touch to your outdoor living space. Thanks for watching.